Hello, beautiful soul. How are you feeling today? Today, I would like to talk about how to create space in your life so you can focus on what truly matters to you. Because I feel most of us, we feel that we are confronted with lack of time, lack of space, and lack of energy to actually live the life we came here to experience and to live. So, what are the things that you can do to create more space in your life? And I have 5 points that I want to share with you. And this is specifically just to create more awareness in your life, because sometimes when we become aware of what we do and why we do it, then it makes us think. And thinking actually helps to bring up more knowledge of, like, okay, maybe I need to shift something in my experience or in my space or in my approach to make the most of my time. If this sounds right with you or you would like to find out more, please feel free to stay on here and listen to me. I would love for you to stay on actually, because just simply going through the points, it's going to make you think and wonder, maybe there is something there that I should pay a little bit more attention to. So, number one is to declutter your physical space. Simplify your environment by letting go of all the things that you feel are no longer serving you. Clear space means a clear mind. And I love this one. This is like specifically designed for me because I'm a highly sensitive person. And when I have too many things around myself, I feel like they're actually cluttering my thinking. I can't think properly. I have to let go of something. So for me, this one is the easiest one. But I know a lot of people struggle with it. I know my daughters, they struggle with like letting go of things. And whenever there's something missing from their wardrobe, from their cupboards, so they always come to me and ask me, Mom, did you throw that away? Because I know you liked throwing things. Did you do that? Um, and I used to do it when they were younger, but I don't do it anymore without asking for their permission. So I do ask, is this okay? Can this go? Especially if it's in my house. If it's in their house, they can keep whatever they want. But if it's in my house, I have to have like a clear space because otherwise I can't think. This is just me. Maybe for you it's different, but for me, it needs to be in this way. So look at your things, look at your cupboards, look at your drawers, look at the things that you haven't used for a long time. See if you can let them go. When we let go of the old, we invite in the new. If we want new things, perhaps they can't come to us because there is no space. So we need to create a space. Number two is to set boundaries. Learn to say no to things, people, or commitments that drain your energy and distract you from your priorities. I think we're all guilty of this. For sure. When I was younger, definitely I would say yes, like to almost everything just because I didn't want to upset the other person. But what I didn't realize at the time, it was like, it wasn't about upsetting the other person. It was more about me finding it challenging to deal with my emotions if I would say no to the person. So it wasn't necessarily me wanting to please the other person, but more like, how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna feel guilty. I'm gonna feel shame if I don't say yes. So because I didn't want those feelings moving through my body, I chose to say yes. But it's not healthy. It's not healthy for the other person. It's not healthy for you. So it's better if you set healthy and clear boundaries. And notice when you start practicing this at the beginning, maybe notice, I said yes this time, but I should have said no. Let me practice saying no next time when it's something not very serious, in a very serious circumstance. But just when it's like a little bit lightly, while the friend invites you to go out for a coffee and you don't feel like it, just say no. Simply No, I don't feel like in this moment I would like to go out. And notice how you feel. Because it's more about you at the end of the day, not the other person. Number three is to prioritize your time. Identify what truly matters to you and schedule a time for it first. Let go of activities that don't agree with your values. Now, this one again is a really, really powerful one because we tend to put, as women, maybe some men as well, but as women, we tend to put other people's first. And then we say, oh, let me do this for this person, that for that person. And then if I have some time left for myself, I'm going to do these things for myself. Now, I invite you to switch it around. Start with yourself first, because when we fill up our own cup, then we can give more to others rather than trying to give to others from an empty cup. That doesn't make sense, right? So, making sure that you prioritizing yourself and your time, and then trying to extend the excess energy that you have to others. Number four is digital detox. Limit screen time, unfollow accounts that you feel, they don't give any value to you, and create a tech-free zone to reclaim your mental clarity. I'm guilty of this again, scrolling. I would say sometimes 10, 20 minutes just scrolling, just basking into that distraction energy and forgetting about, what it does to my mind, what it does to my body, sometimes absorbing that much energy, and sometimes it's toxic energy. Sometimes the news out there are fake, are only to control us, to distract us, to focus on ourselves, to do the inner work, to really connect to our heart and our soul. So see if you can observe how much time you spend on social media, just scrolling indefinitely. And notice if, like, next time when you want to go on social media, maybe you are intentional. Maybe you say to yourself, I'm going to scroll for 5 minutes. I'm looking for something specifically. I'm going to search for it. And if I find it, I just move on with my day and with my other things that I want to do throughout the day. Because if we don't go on social media intentionally, we would tend to just hang on there for forever, for hours. And it's one of those things that when we get off the social media, we have this feeling of like guilt and like frustration and anger with ourselves, that why did I spend so much time there? I could have used it for something else. So it's very, very, very powerful to know, when we spend time on social media without any intention. Number five is practice mindfulness. And I think you're going to guess that this is one of my favorite ones. Incorporate daily meditation and mindfulness practices to stay present and focus on what really matters to you. I start my day with my meditation practice. I practice every morning for half an hour. And the way I look at my meditation practice is the connection of my body to my soul, to my spirit. I bring the awareness into my heart space. I say, thank you. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this moment. And I'm grateful for all my experiences, even those ones that were not so good, because I know that everything that I had to go through has brought me to this moment. So taking time throughout the day, even if it's just for a minute, to take conscious breaths, like breathing in and breathing out, letting go of anything that, all those feelings and emotions that you suppressed. Because they're all energy, and what happens when we suppress our feelings and emotions, they get trapped in the body, creating discomfort, dissonance, dis-ease. And it doesn't do good for us long term. So it's very important that regardless of how busy we are, because we're always going to be busy, let's be serious, to make time for ourselves, even if it's just 1 minute of mindful breathing or 5 minutes of like mindfulness, just paying attention to everything that's going on around you, simply observing for 5 minutes, observing your body, observing your mind, observing your environment. These moments are essential to bring ourselves back to balance. So every time we lose balance, it's like when you're cycling, you feel like you're gonna fall. But if you're losing your balance a little bit, like 20%, it's so much easier to come back to center. But when you lose your balance like 40, 50, 60, 70%, you're like getting really close to the ground. It's gonna be very hard to come back up to your to the center, to your center. So with all these steps that I shared with you today, I want to look at them like if you do them 80% of the time, that's enough. Because sometimes we feel like, oh, when we have this kind of structure, we have to maintain it all the time. No, you don't, because you're human and you're allowed some time to even, go on social media for a few moments here and there. You're also allowed to have fun. You're also allowed to just, you know, move with the flow, whatever feels good for you. But if 80% of the time you maintain a sort of like structure within your life, it's going to help you long term. I hope you enjoy this video today and I hope you find it if you find it informative. And if it resonated with you, please like and subscribe and even comment, give it some love. And I look forward to be with you again next time. Bye for now.